What's up everybody, Damon here with IGN News. In 2008, only 3 movies had ever earned $1 billion. Today, just 5 years later, there are 15 movies in that club. That's largely thanks to higher ticket prices for 3D and expanding markets in Russia and China. Last year alone, 4 movies made $1 billion. Now Box Office Mojo has released its predictions for what movies might be added to the list this year. It actually doesn't expect 2013 to be quite as big a year for movies as 2012 was. Here are the odds Box Office Mojo gives this year's blockbusters. Iron Man 3 is a pretty safe bet. Last year's Avengers is one of the 4 that earned $1 billion, and Iron Man is still the most popular Avenger. Iron Man 3 will be in theaters in May. Odds of making $1 billion, 60%. Another Thor movie, subtitled The Dark World, arrives in November, but the character just isn't as popular as Tony Stark and will therefore struggle to be as successful as Iron Man 3. Odds of making $1 billion, 20%. Another huge movie for May is Star Trek Into Darkness. However, Box Office Mojo doesn't think it has much of a chance of earning $1 billion. The 2009 predecessor only made $385 million worldwide, and there aren't too many situations where I say only $385 million. But Into Darkness is in 3D and is set in London, so it could have more international success. Odds of making $1 billion, 5%. The Hobbit was another 2012 film that made $1 billion. The second part of the trilogy, The Desolation of Smaug, arrives in December. Now, every Lord of the Rings movie made more than the previous one, so by that logic, Smaug should top The Hobbit. However, despite being a bona fide box office success, people just aren't as crazy about The Hobbit as they were Lord of the Rings. If The Desolation of Smaug sees even a 3% drop in box office sales, it won't break into the $1 billion club. Odds of making $1 billion, 50%. Last year, The Hunger Games earned an impressive $408 million domestically, which is more than any Harry Potter or Twilight. However, it performed only modestly overseas with $283 million. The Twilight series enjoyed a big overseas bump between the first and second movies, and that could happen for The Hunger Games Catching Fire, which will be out in November. Box Office Mojo says if any non-3D movie can make $1 billion this year, it's Catching Fire. Odds, 40%. Man of Steel will be in theaters in June. Even though the addition of 3D will add to ticket prices, it will need to make 3 times as much as Superman Returns did in 2006. Odds of making $1 billion, near impossibility. This year's wild card is Jurassic Park. The 1993 movie is being re-released in 3D, which will definitely push it past the $1 billion mark. For the full list of predictions, hit up Box Office Mojo, a generally great site for movie industry analysis. And for more on everything entertainment, stay tuned to IGN.